Hey, Dr. J here. In this series of videos, I'm discussing the incredibly literal and sometimes unbelievable threads between past adverse experiences and current panic attacks. When I share these stories, it always clicks something for people about their own experience. A client of mine reported difficulty driving on a busy highway on her way home from work. In stop-and-go traffic, brake lights triggered her panic, making her want to get out of her car and run away. Now, there had been fender benders in her past, but nothing that would be considered an adverse experience related to driving. One day she mentioned the colored plastic of the taillights and how they lit up in a way that caught my ear a little differently. I asked her if she could think of a time when colored plastic and lights were more consequential to her. Her face dropped as she made the connection. A few years prior, she stepped out of a work meeting into a stairwell to take an emergency phone call. A family member that was like a son to her passed away tragically. She remembers sitting in that stairwell in shock, and she was staring at the colored plastic exit sign. All she wanted to do was escape. That sounds a lot like how she feels on the highway, right? It was the worst moment of her life, and it was too much to process too fast. The exit sign's colored plastic, lit from behind, and the feeling of needing to flee was part of the unprocessed sights, sounds, body sensations, feelings, and beliefs associated with the tragedy. The experience had never been put away, so her unconscious mind saw it as a live, active event. Colored plastic brake lights, lit from behind, had enough similarity with that exit sign to trigger the fight or flight mechanism. Her panic seemed out of the blue, but it wasn't. To add additional texture, she worked from home, only reporting to the office sometimes. She had to take the same busy highway to work, sit in the same conference room, and take the same highway home that she did the day she got that terrible news. We processed her experience with EMDR. She was able to drive without panic. Afterwards, she had a dream. She saw that young man she lost on the other side of a street. He smiled and waved to her, and he said, "I'm okay." So if you want relief, peace, and or freedom, look me up or Google EMDR. It's a life changer.